scare? You must meet Cryptkeeper.
Greetings, Frank Fang.
Cryptkeeper, come back and meet my friends.
Hello, boils and ghouls.
Why don't you offer your fiends something cold and wet? Yes, I think that's exactly what our little fiends need. Cryptkeeper, you're the host with the most. The most rotting flesh, that is. 12-inch talking Cryptkeeper from Ace.
In this review, I'll be taking a look at two Tales from the Crypt Keeper, Talking Crypt Keeper, big figures from Ace Novelty that was released in 1994. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. First up is the Hawaiian shirt Crypt Keeper. The head sculpt is very well done. It very closely resembles the animatronic puppet from the TV show. The rotting skin is tan in color. With the big smile on his face, his yellowish teeth are showing, what teeth he has left that is. His face is sunken in. His big baby blue eyes are the standout of the head. As I already mentioned, the head sculpt turned out fantastic in my opinion. Sitting upon his head is a straw hat. It's actually very well made. There is a dark blue ribbon going around the middle. I'm very impressed with the quality of this hat. You can see his white hair sticking out from underneath the hat. Around the neck, a yellow lei, or otherwise known as a Hawaiian necklace, can be found. His shirt is a button-up flower pattern Hawaiian shirt. The shirt itself is white, with red flowers all over it. Taking a look at the Crypt Keeper's arms, they, like his face, are bony and kind of gross to look at. Also, similar to his face, the sculpting is once again nicely done. All the wrinkles and folds in the skin are sculpted. Moving up the arm gets a little more gross, as a chunk of the skin has been torn off, showcasing the muscle underneath. The left arm is lacking this gross feature, but looking closer at the hands, you can see the fingernails are sculpted, as well as the skin bending at the knuckles. Details that could have been overlooked, but thankfully weren't. The upper arms are just skin and bones as the forearms. Moving to his lower half, the Crypt Keeper is wearing long blue and pink striped shorts. While I'm usually not a fan of soft goods clothing on figures, the clothing on this figure turned out nice, especially for how old this figure is. The lower legs and feet are just as disgusting to look at as the head and arms. There are more wounds on the legs, showcasing the muscle tissue underneath the skin. They are so gross, yet so fitting for this character. There are no peg holes on the bottoms of the feet. Turning the figure around, here's a look at the back side of the figure. Now let's look at the articulation. The head is able to look left and right. The arms are able to move up and down, but will get hindered by the shirt, so they are not able to rotate 360 degrees. The legs can kick forwards really far, and can go backwards a pretty good amount as well. One last thing to point out, underneath the hat is a photo piece of paper. I've always wondered why this is so, but nonetheless I never removed it. Now let's take a look at the second Crypt Keeper figure. The figure itself is the exact same, only difference being the outfit he is wearing. Since this one is not wearing a hat, you are able to see more detail that you weren't able to see on the other one. One thing being his large ears, which not surprisingly are nicely sculpted. Another thing is his long white hair. This is rooted hair like you would find on any doll. It is very fitting to the character's look. As you can see though, it is just one line of rooted hair along the top of the head, and just drapes down over the back of the head. Moving on to the clothing, this figure of the Crypt Keeper is wearing a black tuxedo. Underneath the tuxedo is a white button-up shirt, as well as a black bow tie. Just as with the previous figure, the soft goods clothing yet again turned out fantastic. Due to the tuxedo, this figure does not show off as much skin. Other than the head, the only other parts of the body that are visible are his hands and feet. But just as with the head, the body is the exact same underneath. The black pants go all the way down to the feet. Still no peg holes on the bottoms of the feet. Turning around to the back side, you can see the long flaps from the tuxedo jacket. Not much else is going on besides that. The articulation is the exact same. As I mentioned, the figure underneath the clothing is the exact same, but I'll still go over it. The head is able to look left and right. The arms are able to go forwards and backwards, but are hindered due to the clothing. The legs can kick forwards and backwards as well. And now let's take a look at the main attraction for these figures, and that being that they can talk. Pressing the button located on the Cryptkeeper's stomach, it will say one of 3 phrases. So there's your look at the talking Cryptkeeper figures from 1994. Growing up a huge fan of Tales from the Crypt, I love these figures, and have owned these since they were released. Making this video, I was shocked to find out the batteries actually still work. If you are a fan of the show or character, I highly recommend you add these to your collection. Once again, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Smack that like button if you did enjoy this video, and feel free to comment and follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Thanks for watching.